All right, welcome in everybody. Jason here, TCP Supersystem, as always. Wanted to do a quick little update on the NEAR protocol chart. Now, what you see on the screen, I've actually got zoomed in on the weekly. I usually do this on a daily. So I kind of wanted to show you something, and it looks a little messier on the weekly actually. But again, this is just one piece of the TCP Supersystem. I'll zoom out in just a minute where you can see the rest of it, but just wanted to show you again, this is that main indicator where we have the uptrends and downtrends and then the series of diamonds. And right now, or that most recent downtrend, you can see we had a lot of level threes. That's that darkest green diamond. That's typically where I take action. Again, the system signals interpretations, not financial advice. I'm just a guy on the internet. Don't provide legal, tax, or financial advice. My actions may not be suitable for you. Please make your own decisions. Consult a licensed professional. But you can see a lot of opportunity here in this most recent downtrend to scale in. And I'll show you how, looking at the daily as well as the weekly, the full view, how you could have delayed some of these activities here and probably got a more opportunistic level down here at the bottom. But I want to show you, before I do that, I want to show you where we are now in the weekly. And you can see we had this confirmation of an uptrend here. We're starting to pop. And don't forget, this is a weekly, so it's a little, these candles are much longer time horizons than what I usually look at as the daily on here. But you can see we popped up. This is only a level one, not too concerned about that. It could come back just a little bit, but we are in an uptrend. Looks pretty strong. We've come down, so we're not at the top. But I want to zoom out now and show you something. And this is the view of the full system on the weekly chart. And now we don't have because of how, I guess, the time frame it's been on TradingView, we don't have the long-term hot sensor, but we do have a short-term and medium-term. And I want to show you, in that downtrend, we started getting green signals back here. That's at level 3. But look at the hot sensors down here. They are not red. Excuse me one second. They are not red. So that's how you could have delayed it. Then ultimately we got to a red point right here on the medium term, which is, what is that? Probably 250, 240-ish. And if you looked at the short term, you could have got in around this level here, which is around 240 as well. So that's how you could have delayed some of those activities, and that's how we use this. But now I want to show you where we are on this weekly chart. Zoom in just a little bit here. You can see this is our standard deviation methodologies up top. This is our fast line. We've now changed from red to white, just so you can see it easier. We've also changed the background colors because it pops a little better, a little easier on the eyes. But you can see that's exactly what we are looking for in these scenarios, is a fast move to the upside by that fast line. The orange is the kind of medium term. It's coming up through that opportunity zone that's green, and then the blue will follow. And if this continues, this thing could really pump. And that's what will lead me to the daily chart, which we've gone over recently. But again, you can see, just as we always explain, we had the little pop up, little retracement to the top of the cloud, then boom, here we go. And again, the fast white line up here, as long as it can maintain something around these extremes and not penetrate back through that red zone, we're okay. What I do like here is most of your standard moving averages people leverage, are now support. But our hot sensors, all three of these are nothing more than blue. So again, white, gray, blue, yellow, orange, red. So we're kind of in the middle here. So nothing too overextended or too hot. So this makes me feel like this thing still has a little room to run here in the short term, but we'll see where we go. And again, as we start getting those diamonds to the upside, we'll start evaluating those opportunities and see if we want to take an action. Again, what I do may not be suitable for you, but we did recently put a significant 5-digit position on NEAR, multi 5-digit, I guess, position on NEAR. So we'll continue to follow this one. And I do want to look at XRP real quick because we are big XRP holders, so we always like to take a peek. And we'll keep it on the daily here. So just to show you XRP Army folks where we are. So actually, we've got a little weakness here on the XRP. We are in that confirmed uptrend. However, we've penetrated that back down into that cloud. We don't typically like to trade when it's in the cloud because it's kind of an indecisive moment here. The standard deviation methodologies too have come back down, penetrated well down below, actually hitting the extremes on the low side. So if we see that come on down, it's going to drag everything with it. And that's why I keep saying this is why if it breaks the bottom of that cloud, this is why I feel like we could see something around the 260 mark, 260, 265, based on these the leveraged liquidation levels. So, we had a nice run up, a bunch of liquidations now on the way down. So be careful here. Now, again, we don't sell our XRP. We only add to it when the opportunities are right. But I feel like there's going to be some opportunities in the short term here. But we'll see where we land, and we'll keep you informed. And if you like this kind of content, not many people have this. This is my system I created over 2 to 3 years to help identify opportunity zones. It does a remarkable job. So like, share, subscribe. I don't think you'll be disappointed. You should check out some of the recent videos. We actually nailed some of these trades that we've been talking about, so you can see that. But until next time, best trading, and we'll see you in the next one. And War Eagle to all those Auburn fans out there. We got a big game here in about 15 minutes. We'll see you next time.